Good news. Good news for Pogba. His his suspension has gone ahead to be reduced from 4 years to 18 months, and having gone ahead obviously serve off close to 12 months. He's obviously gonna be given a very huge return to the game of football, and he can really start returning to training in January. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? Are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, we are powered by Mono Gadgets, and you know that very well that they're dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops. If at all you need one, call them on +256 70 99 88 665. Even if you want a used phone and a used laptop, call them on that number or WhatsApp of them on that number, and you will come here and really let me know that Rokani, you've gone ahead obviously get me or give me the deal, the best of the deals that the world never really went ahead obviously want to reveal to the others. And these are some of the things that you benefit as you talk or as you watch in the club known as, or the channel known as Rokani Media Football. Let's see close to 100 likes much of this video, and Pep Guardiola and Man City's request to obviously extend their start of the season of 2025-2026 by 2 weeks, because they'll be participating into what we call the World Club Cup, has been refuted by the Premier League, and looks like they have to obviously come up with the best way possible. Now, yesterday, Daily Mail, Sam McBall came out and obviously broke the story that Pogba will be back to action in 2025. Confirmed. His 4-year drug ban has been reduced to just 18 months. Pogba can start training with Juventus in January, and then he'll be allowed to play official matches by March. That's what you're really getting into. Remember, at the start of last season, Paul Pogba went ahead to fail what we call it's called the drug test. And when he failed the drug test, we all got to know that he was given a 4-year ban. And a 4-year ban, that meant that Paul Pogba was going to play football again in 2027. You get? So he went ahead obviously make an appeal, and his appeal came positive, and they're like, we are cutting short your penalty from 4 years to 18 months. And when you count 18 months from last year in August, remember, by the time he was really suspended, Paul Pogba was coming through from an injury. He never really took part in the preseason of Juventus. He never took part into the preseason of Juventus. Paul Pogba had just returned to obviously start training with Juventus. That's when the bad news found him, and he never really went ahead obviously kick a ball. And him having not gone ahead to kick a ball, Paul Pogba came out and really went ahead to obviously make what you call it's called what is it called, an appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sports. And they were like, we are going to listen, and the ruling was going to come out. And no sooner the ruling came up, Paul Pogba got the following, and really had to write the following down onto his social media. He said, finally the nightmare is over. I can look forward to the day when I can follow my dreams again. I always stated that I never knowingly breached anti-doping regulations. I play with integrity, and I want to thank the Court of Arbitration for Sports who had my explanation. This has been a hugely distressing period in my life, because everything I've worked so hard had been put on hold. Thank you for all the love and support. I can't wait to get back onto the pitch. Now, that is Paul Pogba for you. And now, as he really says what he's saying, we need to hear from Juventus and what are their thoughts about Paul Pogba, on whether they're really going to reinforce him into their squad. He's one of the highest earning players at the side of Juventus, but remember, in these 18 months of suspension, he's only supposed to be given a maximum of £2,000 per week as a player. You understand? So there is no way he's really going to come up and obviously claim for his money, but he's really going to be getting full salary. in March, and he has a contract with Juventus. So Juventus have to come up and obviously come up with a plan. And I think in the next video I'll come up here to let you know what Juventus is really thinking about Paul Pogba. But I think he's one of those players that on the best day, on his best day on the pitch, no midfielder in the world matches him, whether he's playing as a number 10 or a number 8, as Paul Pogba. I tell you, he's really one of those players that you have to obviously look at. But he is really very luxurious in his lifestyle. He doesn't get rest a lot. That's why you see to it that he's really having recurring injuries, and he's really an injury-prone player to an extent that when Erik ten Hag came in here and they asked him on as to why United should give him a new contract, Paul Pogba was like, sorry, Erik ten Hag was like, let him go, and he let him go to Juventus, and he really did the needful to obviously get him out. Meaning that by the time you are really getting out of Manchester United and you're like 28 years of age, and no team really wants to come up and obviously sign you, the elite teams, that means that there are really dark spots tainted all over your career in as far as your body language is concerned, how you obviously lead to the sacking of managers. And remember, at Manchester United, Paul Pogba was one of those players that were brought in by Jose Mourinho, but who really spearheaded his sacking at Manchester United? It was Paul Pogba. So no manager would love to obviously have a player of that character, and we are waiting to see how this is really going to be given a go down there. So as it stands, the side of Arsenal is really, the side of Paul Pogba is really excited, and he can start training in January to prepare for his return in March. But I don't think that is going to fit well into that side of Juventus, but he'll be a very good addition to the squad, provided he can dance to the tunes of Thiago Motta at Juventus. And Juventus is really doing great this season, and Thiago Motta is really doing wonders for this club. So let's leave the issue of Paul Pogba for you there, and I'm calling upon for your reactions into the comment section below. Let's get into the story of Man City that is really bobbing their heads, as they had gone ahead obviously tell the Premier League to obviously extend or postpone their fixtures for the first 2 weeks to see to it that they really see their players rest from the Club World Cup. And obviously it's bad news, not good news to Pep Guardiola and his side, because they've gone ahead obviously hate something very alarming from the Premier League, and they've gone ahead to let them know that the Premier League rejected an approach by Man City to postpone the first all 2 games of the 2025-2026 season to allow for more recovery holiday after the FIFA Club World Cup. Pep Guardiola said, and the Premier League said no, so it's not really going to be happening. Now, the FIFA Club World Cup is really going to be held in the US, first edition, and I think close to 32 clubs are really going to be taking part from all over the world, Africa, South America, and very many other clubs from Asia, that are really top that side. Now, how did this come to pass? It came to pass because way back in the Club World Cup tournament, only a club that would have gone ahead obviously win what we call a tournament, like the Champions League in Africa, Champions League in Europe, the Champions League of South America, North America, Asia, and so on and so forth, could obviously only participate into the Club World Cup competition. Now, they are going to be getting those teams with high coefficients to play into the Club World Cup down in the US, and that is really going to be a very huge addition held that side. This is where Man City is really going to be taking part, and Pep is like, we are going to be playing very many games, and I tell you what, our players are really going to be tired. And I really feel for the players a little bit, but all I want us to do is simple. I think they should really increase like 1 more substitution to make it 6, and they should really allow the club to really protract their squad, because now a club will need like 3 or 4 more players to obviously come out and compete. But I think even if they don't do that, the club should obviously try to work a lot on the academies, and Man City has just gone ahead to wake up, because you've gone ahead to see to it that their first product out of the academy that's going to stand out has been Phil Foden, and now you see the likes of Rico Lewis coming in through. You see Makti, and there is Oscar Bob and very many others, meaning that they are preparing for these scenarios. And you're going to see Man City field very many players from the academy this season so they obviously prepare them for those tournaments, because FIFA wants these clubs to field their best squads. And I don't know how Pep Guardiola is going to really act on it, but all I know is that it's really a thorn into the flesh of Man City. So guys, your thoughts onto Man City's request rejected by the Premier League and Paul Lebile Pogba's suspension reduced to 18 months. What do you make about that? Rokani David is my name. I'm out. Second video of the day, and more is yet to come. Bye bye.